Alrighty, folks. I'm going to end my broadcast year here at the Ben Shapiro Show with the single worst story ever written in the history of all humankind. I know it's a big pitch, but wait, it's real. Some people are just crazy, and a lot of crazy people have websites. There's a website called afru.com, A-F-R-U. And in order for you to understand what I'm about to read to you, which is not understandable in any other way, I need to explain to you what exactly this thing is. Quote, "We believe in the power of art to spark meaningful conversations on justice, as well as the other way around. Shawalam." Don't know what that means, but okay. Afru is a Black-led and Black-owned startup that combines art and fashion with lifestyle commentary to create a strong social justice brand that is relevant to folks from all walks of life. We believe in the power of art to speak meaningful conversations, as well as the other way around. Our visual and intellectual branding therefore nurture each other in a perpetual spiral of trend-setting justice. Core beliefs motivating their work include unapologetically celebrating folks from all backgrounds and walks of life, less talk, more action, building global consciousness and emotional IQ. Subverting corporate capitalist culture, the CCC. These are not good values. In any case, they're a far left-wing publication. The reason I have to say that is because what I'm about to read you is the dumbest piece of crap I've ever seen in my entire life, and it is not particularly close. This is from the Afru staff. Somebody was too upset to put their name on it because this thing was so bad. This is a piece about a person named Aidan Maese-Czeropski. Now, if you recognize that name, it's probably because Aidan Maese-Czeropski was an aide to Senator Ben Cardin of Maryland. And Senator Ben Cardin's aide was caught on tape doing the dirty with another dude in a Senate hearing room. There were, yes, many jokes are there to be told. Yeah, but I vowed that we would get to the bottom of this story, and so we will. In any case, that tape got him fired, as well it should, when you have public gay sex in a Senate hearing room. Here's what this piece says from Afru staff. Are you ready? You think you are, but you're not. So it's official. Senator Ben Cardin's office has told Politico that Aidan Maese-Czeropski is no longer employed by the U.S. Senate. Goaded by demagogic Republicans, the Capitol Police has now also opened an investigation. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've already seen the viral video making the rounds on every social media feed there is. Republicans just can't stop watching the 8-second clip featuring two men embracing each other in love. Well, you can briefly see an empty room in the background. Oh, is that what we're calling it? Two men embracing each other in love now. That's okay. All right. We get it. They say it's the most important room in America. It was in this very room that Sonia Sotomayor herself had her confirmation hearing, and won despite an entire oligarchy reorienting itself to wipe her out. This is where James Comey exposed Russian interference in the 2016 elections. But, no pun intended, in a world built on hate, displays of love are inherently rebellious. Guys, these dudes were having anal sex on tape in the Senate. But this is now being portrayed as like a scene from Titanic or something. Every second that Aidan and his partner made love in the halls of power was pregnant with poignant meaning. Well, it certainly wasn't pregnant with anything else. That's not the bad part of this article, guys. We haven't gotten there yet. Wait for it. In a time when the oh man. Okay, guys, this paragraph takes a very, very hard turn. No pun intended. This paragraph takes wow, like where this paragraph begins and where it ends are not the same place. In a time when the LGBTQ community is under existential threat by white fragility feeling threatened, open displays of LGBTQ culture are necessarily brave. In some ways, Aidan's act mirrored that of Anne Frank, who dared to express her honest thoughts and feelings, even as she hid from rabid insurrectionist-style death squads. What the Woo! Are you traveling for the holidays? If so, Pure Talk has you covered because they just added international roaming to over 30 countries. That's correct. Whether you're making calls on a beach in the Bahamas, on the steps of Buckingham Palace, or at your villa in Santorini, you can dial away. And here is the best part. there is no rate increase. Pure Talk still saves the average family almost $1,000 a year with plans starting at just $20 a month. Pure Talk is the gift that keeps on giving. They put you on America's most dependable 5G network. The coverage is second to none. So stop dragging your feet. Switch on over to Pure Talk, a veteran-owned wireless company with simply the best U.S. customer service team. Now with international roaming to over 30 countries. Go to puretalk.com/Shapiro right now and make that switch. You'll also save an additional 50% off your very first month of coverage. That's puretalk.com/Shapiro to start saving on wireless today. I've been using Pure Talk for all of my calls for years at this point. The coverage is excellent. They share a big tower network with one of the big guys. Go to puretalk.com/Shapiro. Start saving money today. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless. And again, when you go to puretalk.com/Shapiro, you save an additional 50% off your very first month of coverage. Just to get this straight, this dude being banged by another dude in the Senate hearing room is now being compared to Anne Frank, a teenage Jewish girl hiding in the attic in Amsterdam from the Nazis, who then dragged her off to a death camp and murdered her. That's the same thing, guys, according to afru.com, which is apparently made up of human beings who have functional neurons in their brains in some form or fashion. These are people who are paid for their writing. That is there are certain paragraphs you just don't see coming. No pun intended. There's no way to avoid the puns. There's just no way. There are certain things that happen that that are unexpected, that are a surprise. A paragraph beginning with an LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign sex tape in the Senate and ending with a comparison to Anne Frank was definitely unexpected and surprising. It was that. Let's recognize the fallout from this incident for what it is: a stochastic far-right attack on gay rights activists. They're just making up phraseology now. It's hilarious. You remember there was this point in the middle of this last year where people started using the term stochastic terrorism? Stochastic terrorism, which meant, just saying bad things about people that they didn't like. That if you said something bad and then somebody else said something worse, then you were engaging in stochastic terrorism. So they just throw stochastic at things now, which is weird. As Republicans fire up their hate machine in preparation for the 2024 elections, Aidan's very life is now on the line. Is it, though? Is his life on the line? Or was his ass on the line, as it turned out? Let's not fool ourselves. Right-wing attacks will scream with ever-increasing pitch from dark web radio stations and social media channels until some insurrectionist nutjob picks up a gun and the intended consequences have become fait accompli. So apparently, this guy's now at risk of being shot because he took it in the Senate hearing room on tape. I feel like that's not true. Now more than ever, the piece says we need to circle the wagons around Aidan Maese-Czeropski and say with a unison voice. Well, first of all, you can't say anything with a unison voice. That's not real. You can say with a united voice. You can say with a united voice. You can't say with a unison voice. That doesn't make sense. Aidan's termination by Senator Ben Cardin is an affront to individual freedom. True freedom is you bang where you like, including in the halls of power, as it sends a chilling message about the consequences of expressing love in a public political space. Aidan's prosecution by the Capitol Police is blatant political corruption and weaponization of justice against a marginalized person. Aidan's persecution by white ring nut bars writ large is a threat to his life and the life of every LGBTQ individual in this country. Whoa, gay people, did you know that us criticizing a dude for banging another dude in a Senate hearing room is putting you at risk? Do you all feel that? Do you feel the pressure? Just like the Nazis are coming to an attic in Amsterdam? This cannot stand. The fight has just begun, says afro.com. One of the great pieces in human history. Truly an amazing piece. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.